Hello everyone and welcome. I've got another build video for you today and I'm quite excited about this one because it's the Tinkerer exotic, and I have put a few builds out with the Tinkerer exotic, but more like furry, some ideas that I've had, some testing we're doing on legendaries. This one I've copied from somebody. It's not my build. A huge shout out to NVM who watches the streams and jump in with us. I carbon copied his build that he was using. He was just one shot and everything. I was like, what build are you using? I had a look at it. I copied it. Couldn't think of making any other adjustments to it, so it is as he built it. Now, whether NVM has found that elsewhere on another channel, I don't know. But that's who I got it from, so huge shout out. And this build's real good. So this is like the first Tinkerer exotic build video that I'm putting out that I really like. Now, there's going to be gameplay on screen now, so you can see the build in action. So one-shot determined build was with a rifle. It's using the Tinkerer exotic mask. And this is great for solo play. Like with most one-shot builds is really good for solo play. And I'd say this build is very good for like missions, heroic, open world, heroic. I wouldn't say it's great for activities like, I don't know, maybe countdown raids, legendary. Haven't tested in that, but I assume that that sort of activity is probably beyond this build and what you want to do with it. The idea of this build is that you just start stacking it up as you do with normal one-shot headshot builds, and then you just keep on getting one shot after one shot after one shot. And on heroic difficulty in the open world and missions, it's perfect. The next thing before we go into the build is it like beginner friendly? If you're quite new to the game, you'll see with the build now that I show you on screen, it's not optimized. I put no expertise into it and it works. So I'm going to say, yeah, it is quite beginner friendly, but I am watch level 1000. So, you know, as it is with this game, as you grow, the build will become stronger. And after this video, I'm certainly going to be investing into it because I really like it. So here's the gameplay on screen now. I'm going to go over the build. Starting with the specialization, you will want to go to TAC 50 sharpshooter sniper rifle for this, because this comes with very good perks for sniper rifle builds, like weapon handling, headshot damage, and you do want to stack into that. So go with the sharpshooter. Your main primary weapon is going to be the 1886 rifle. So this obviously has rifle damage on, crit damage on that as well. Third attribute, you want to be damage to target out of cover. And the talent that you want on this is determined. So after killing an enemy with a headshot, the next shot landed on the enemy will be a guaranteed headshot. The mod I've put on there is the counterclockwise tubular spring, which gives me 5% headshot damage. The secondary can be any rifle that you want, as long as it's not a named or exotic rifle. It doesn't matter. All that you're bothered about with the secondary is the talent, because we're using the Tinkerer exotic, and this talent will transfer to your primary. So the talent I've gone with is Rifleman. This is the same as what MVM was using. I did play around with the second talent a little bit. I tried Left Behind. I was thinking about Boomerang potentially, but Boomerang requires crits, maybe Lucky Shot. But I think Rifleman is definitely going to be the standout talent to use with this. It's going to give you the most damage, which is what you want. So every time you land in a headshot, you're going to be stacking up more weapon damage with that. So we'll have Determined and Rifleman on our primary 1886. The sidearm doesn't matter at all. Go with what you want. And as already mentioned, we are using the exotic Tinkerer mask. So with this, you need to farm the most recent master mission. It's a guaranteed drop if you complete it on master, or you can play it on lower difficulties to get a chance drop. This comes with all reds. It's weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. Not the best for this build, but the main thing we want with this is the talent, which is basically Alpha Bridge, which is what enables the secondary weapons talent to transfer to the primary weapons talent. Ideally, you'd have headshot damage here, which is why we've thrown a headshot damage mod onto it. You are going to want 2 pieces of breaking point on this build, because 2-piece breaking point gives you 25% rifle damage and 25% marksman rifle damage. We'll be taking advantage of the rifle damage from this. And it will have to be on the gloves and also the knee pads. And on both of these pieces, you want to have them rolled to weapon damage and headshot damage. For the knee pads, you'll want to go with the Fox's Prayer knee pads. For having 1 piece of Overlord, this will give you 10% rifle damage. They come with weapon damage and damage to target already on there. And for the third attribute there, you'll want to have headshot damage. And then moving on to the backpack, you want to have a Providence Defense backpack. One piece Providence Defense is giving you 13% headshot damage, and you want these rolls. You want weapon damage, headshot damage, and weapon handling, and make sure you throw on a headshot damage mod. The talent that you want is Vigilance, which increases your weapon damage by 25% while you're not taking damage. And if you can get the gift backpack, that would be perfect with these rolls. It's not like majorly necessary because all the gift backpack is brings that debuff where it gets disabled from 4 seconds to 3 seconds. But if you do have a gift, it would be pretty nice. And then finally, the hardest piece of the build is the chest piece. It's a Habsburg guard chest piece, and one piece Habsburg is giving you another 13% headshot damage. Now, why this is so hard is because the core attribute on Habsburg is always a blue armor core, which means your roll on this, your recalibration roll, will have to be to take the armor core off to throw weapon damage onto it, because you do want weapon damage. Now, this is what mine looks like. I've got weapon damage, health, headshot damage with a headshot damage mod. Now the perfect rolls here, instead of health, I'd have weapon handling, but there's a very, very hard grind. So I was lucky enough to get this crafted. It came with headshot damage, and it came with the talent that I want, which is Headhunter. You'll know if you have made one-shot builds before, Headhunter is very good and very important. So you want the Headhunter talent, you want headshot damage, and once you've got both of those, you want to roll on weapon damage onto it. And if you're very, very lucky, you'll get headshot damage to roll with weapon handling. But like I said, very hard farm. This was hard enough as it was. So if you get anything like I've got here, that will do. Skill-wise, I run a Reviver Hive. This is an all-red build. There is 0 survivability. The only survivability I have on this build is the fact that you're one-shotting things. But it does, you'll see in the clip, it does take time to charge it up. Sometimes you're going to lose your stacks. You're going to have to get that headshot kill again. And there's situations where you are going to go down. So a Revive Hive is handy. And then the Crusader Shield is also very good. Again, I know this is an all-red build, but just to bring that Crusader Shield out, just to give yourself a little bit of protection when you get up close and personal, just to get that headshot in maybe, it is quite handy. It does take some damage, and I use this quite a lot, to be fair. So I run a Crusader Shield. And as for the stats, you can see them on screen now. Now, crits are not really important on this build at all. We do have 25.5% critical hit chance. That might be with the modifiers as well, buffing that. We also have 69.3% critted damage. If it crits, it crits. Not important. The most important thing here is the headshot damage, which we have 220.1%. And all I can say is, what a build. It is super fun. Now, I do enjoy the sniper one-shot build what you use with Hotshot, pretty decent, but this one's like more run and gun. You're using a rifle. The 1886 is a very good rifle. I've enjoyed it in the past, but to get it hitting this hard and getting the one shot on heroic in like a group of 4 as well, normally the group scaling is quite hard to do that with a rifle, but the Tinkerer mask makes it all work because you got Rifleman and Determined. That Rifleman, you're getting all that extra weapon damage from getting headshot after headshot after headshot, and I love it. It is great fun. We were piecing this together on stream. I've had quite a bit of time playing with it, and I can't wait to optimize. You just see Nen on screen, all of the rolls. I've got at least another 10% weapon damage to roll into that once optimized, and I've got some more headshot damage to roll into that once optimized. And I also have expertise. I've not expertised anything yet. So all this clip you see on screen right now is not optimized, not expertised. And all I can say is once it is, if you do crit, I think you're looking at something like 28 mil crits potentially or above, and non-crits I think you're looking at 26 mil. I think that's what MVM said. So I'm not too far off those numbers, to be fair. I was getting some good numbers, but yeah, it's going to get better. And I'm now going to go away. I'm going to optimize this. I'm going to expertise it. I'm going to keep playing with this build. So if you want to see this build in action live, this video is going out now today. I'm streaming later on all day. I'm probably going to use this build a ton, so come along and watch it and check out my streams. I love it. I highly recommend this build. It's worth the farm. A few tough pieces to get, but worth the farm. A very, very good Tinkerer build, and we're still playing around with other Tinkerer builds as well, so keep an eye out on the channel for even more build videos. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, support the algorithm. I'd really appreciate it, and most importantly, hit subscribe. We're going to end it there though. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.